On September 25th, 1941, John Nelson Calhoun wrote to his dearest Dorothea from Alexandria, Louisiana. During this time, American soldiers were in combat training in the biggest sham battles in American history. These were called the Louisiana Maneuvers and prepared American soldiers for wars already happening overseas in Europe and Asia. John begins this letter by mentioning that they had passed a Negro school, which means that segregation was still in place. John also mentions that some of the soldiers got 3 Negro boys to dance for them and play the school piano. The use of this word reflects the reality of the 40s. John was not using this reference to label the Negro boys, it's just the way it was. Throughout the letter, John shows his caring and considerate personality. Evidence of this in the letter is when he apologizes to Dorothea for not receiving her letter and tells her that it wasn't her fault because the mail was backed up. He also tells her that Dan, which seems to be a family friend, is fine and that his leg is in a cast. This shows that the combat training in Louisiana was taken very seriously, to the point where soldiers were getting seriously injured. He tells Dorothea to tell the Griezels that he will be okay and not to worry. John acknowledges the kind things one of their neighbors did for her and reminds Dorothea to thank them and give him his kind regards. John mentions there is a rumor that the war will be over tomorrow, but as we all know, it did not end for another 4 years. This seemed to be a common rumor throughout the early 40s. John ends the letter by reassuring that he is fine and that he needs to head back to camp. He ends the letter with, "Nothing new on the discharge, and probably won't be until we head back to camp. Well, must close. All my love, John N." All my love refers to Dorothea because they are married, and he signs John N because records show that his law firm partner before heading to war is named John C. Calhoun. The middle initial distinguishes the two from each other.